Hello, welcome to Viva La Vegan 2013, The Power of 10. I'm Kyra, and this is my mom, Jan.
Hi.
Would you believe this is our 5th year of coaching Viva La Vegan, and it's our 3rd year of videos, which we hope you have found educational and maybe entertaining. This year, our videos will be featuring kitchen appliances, some of our favorites, but also some that you may own and find that you don't use them as much as maybe you should, or that you don't use them enough to justify the space they're taking up. So we are going to focus on a different appliance each day and hopefully show you some different ways to use the appliances that you might not have thought of. Maybe these appliances are gathering dust in your pantry, or maybe we'll be introducing you to an appliance that you didn't know you needed. Today we're going to start with the Vitamix, and I'm going to let my mom show you a fun way to use it that you may not yet know.
Great. I'm so happy to be here. A lot of people at marylou.com have a Vitamix because we seem to gravitate toward a power machine. If you don't have a Vitamix, that's okay. What I'm showing you today will work in an Osterrizer or a Sunbeam or whatever you've got. And it's actually kind of fun. We tend to think of the Vitamix as a machine to make our smoothies, our green smoothies. Some of you may get really adventurous and try some sorbets and things like that, sauces, nut milks, all kinds of things. But have you ever thought of making a salad with your Vitamix? And I'm not talking about a liquid salad, I'm talking about a chopped salad. And I'm going to put a bunch of recipes for chopped salad and coleslaws or other kinds of slaws on the website, so look for those. But today I'm going to show you a coleslaw salad, just the coleslaw mix, so you can do this at any time. And it's really quite simple. You need water and your vegetables. And you don't want to get carried away and chop them too small, but just some smaller chunks. And you need to put enough water in your blender to cover them by an inch. I see I've got a little more than I need here, so I'm going to dump some out. Luckily, I happen to be standing right next to my sink. And then you want the lid on. There it is. Thought I lost it for a minute there. Put the lid on, make sure that you're all turned down in every direction, and turn it on, and just turn it up to number 2. Let it rip for a minute, for 30 seconds. And those look like small enough pieces for slaw, so we're good. And instead of just throwing away this water, I'm going to use it for making some vegetable broth, so we get a good start and we don't waste all the nutrients that have been through this water. Now there's a beautiful purple and green coleslaw mix, and I'm just going to get the water out of it here and then dump that in the bowl. And next we're going to process some carrots. And the carrots, not a good idea to try them whole, but just in some little chunks. And then I like to use filtered water in this since we're going to be putting it in our veggie stock. Exactly the same. Number 2. And I have lovely chopped carrots. Again, I'm going to put the water in the broth. Now, I don't know if you could see this, but it was quite purple because of the purple cabbage, but look at this lovely orange juice, orange colored liquid that I now have. pretty? I mean, you could spend hours chopping those carrots. And honestly, this is a lot easier to clean than, say, a food processor that you have to dismantle and use all those blades. And if you don't know how to clean your Vitamix, it's very simple. This machine doesn't come apart, so you simply put in a cup of water and a couple of drops of your dishwashing liquid and put the lid on and let it rip for 30 seconds or so. I like to dump the water in my dishwater because it's extra soap and suds and it's kind of fun. And your machine is clean, just rinse it out and let it dry. I want to show you this beautiful salad that I made yesterday for a potluck that I used the Vitamix to chop all these vegetables. This is a recipe from Healthy Holidays, and it's in the summer holidays, and it's called ginger, I forget, spicy ginger slaw or something like that. But I will post this recipe as a gift to you all who might be watching this and aren't members of marylou.com, but I would really urge you to come and check out marylou.com because we do a lot of great stuff there. The last thing I want to show you is just what we do with the veggie stock. I had some green peppers left over from a project when I made fajitas, and I'm just going to put the whole thing in there. Without the stem, the stems tend to be a little bit bitter, so these are going in there. I had some potatoes left over for making hash browns for breakfast, so those are going in. I'll add some squash and definitely some onion, and it looks like I need a little more water, and I'll probably add a little salt and pepper later, and just put that on the stove and let it cook for a couple of hours, simmer, bring it to a boil and let it simmer for a couple of hours, and then strain it through the strainer, and you'll have some beautiful broth. You can stick it in your freezer, or you can just use it immediately. That's it for today. I hope you got something new